Hey, 49ers fans, there's been a lot to unpack after the last couple of games. And if you've been watching closely, you can already start to see patterns emerging in how this team is shaping up. The first couple of weeks of the season are always fascinating because they give you a glimpse into the direction a team might be heading. That doesn't mean everything is perfect or set in stone, but the trends are telling. What's been especially interesting is watching the adjustments the coaching staff made from week 1 to week 2, and how those changes have started to show the depth and versatility this roster really has. You can see it in the way the defense was structured, how the rookies are stepping up, and the way the offensive line has been performing, often under more pressure than many fans might realize. One of the first things that stood out is the defensive evolution. The 49ers employed a lot more nickel formations in the second week, bringing in 3 safeties at times, which immediately changed how offenses had to approach the field. Players like Upton Stout saw their snaps increase dramatically, and you could tell the coaching staff was putting faith in younger talent to handle high-pressure situations. Meanwhile, Jair Brown had a breakout performance, delivering exactly what the team was hoping for in 2024 but hadn't seen until now. He stepped into a role that had been uncertain and produced consistently, showing both athleticism and awareness that can shift games. Chase Lucas also saw some action, and while his time on the field was brief, it's clear the team values his ability to step in and contribute when called upon. It's one of those things where you can see the system and the players evolving together, and that adaptability will be crucial as the season progresses. Speaking of adaptability, the 49ers personnel on offense has been flexible in ways that don't always make the highlight reels but are vital to their success. Fullbacks lining up as tight ends filling in at fullback, and players trained to rotate across positions all contribute to a fluid offense that can handle injuries and scheme adjustments without missing a beat. Kyle Juszczyk, for instance, has been utilized in both the fullback and tight end roles depending on the matchup and situation, demonstrating the value of having versatile athletes. The same goes for Jake Tannis, who has been able to step into the fullback role when needed, keeping the offensive rotation smooth and maintaining the tempo of the game. This kind of strategic flexibility is something you start to appreciate more as the season goes on, especially when injuries inevitably force changes mid-game. It's clear that the coaching staff has invested time in making sure the roster can cover multiple roles without sacrificing quality, and that's already paying off in terms of offensive efficiency. The rookies have also made a noticeable impact. Alfred Collins, for instance, saw his snap count jump significantly from the opener to week 2, reflecting the growing trust the coaching staff has in his ability to contribute in crucial situations. Against opponents that prioritize a strong running game, Collins held his own and even added a pressure, showing that the team's defensive line isn't just relying on veterans. This is important because the 49ers' defensive strategy relies heavily on the younger players producing at a high level. With the first 5 draft picks in 2025 all being defensive players, it was always clear that the team's success on defense would hinge on rookie contributions. Seeing these players generate pressures, make tackles, and impact the game against a real opponent shows that the team's investment in youth is starting to pay off, and it bodes well for the remainder of the season. Even in situations that could have been challenging, these rookies are showing poise and skill beyond what many expected. Turning to the offensive line, it's easy for fans to underestimate what they've been doing because the quarterback often gets the spotlight. But when you look closely at the numbers and the overall performance, it becomes clear that this group is performing at a high level. Against a team like the Saints, the 49ers' offensive line was consistently grading among the top players on offense, and that's a big deal. Players like Trent Williams and Jake Bindle have been crucial, providing time for the quarterback to operate and keeping pressure numbers low. Even rookie Connor Colby stepped in and performed without noticeable mistakes, showing that the team's development process is working and that depth is a real asset. When a team loses mobility at quarterback, the offensive line's performance becomes even more critical, and they've risen to the occasion, demonstrating that they can protect and sustain drives even in high-pressure situations. This isn't just about statistics, it's about execution and timing, and they've shown the kind of reliability that makes the rest of the offense function at a high level. The quarterback situation, naturally, continues to draw attention. While Brock Purdy remains the starter, seeing M. Jones perform effectively in relief has been encouraging. Nearly 300 yards through the air, multiple touchdowns, and no interceptions is not just a stat line. It's a sign that the backup can manage the offense under pressure and keep drives alive. That kind of performance gives the coaching staff options and allows them to manage injuries and risk without compromising the team's ability to win games. The offensive line and the quarterback working together under these circumstances is what allows the team to maintain balance and efficiency. It's also a confidence booster for the young quarterback, who is now gaining real game experience and learning to handle the pace of the NFL in a competitive environment. This development is crucial, especially with challenging games coming up where the margin for error is slim and every decision on the field matters. Special teams, often overlooked, have also been a pleasant surprise. Newcomers have stepped in and shown composure, making field goals under pressure and handling critical plays without faltering. Accuracy and reliability in this area may not get the same headlines as a big defensive play or a long touchdown pass, but contributes to the overall stability of the team and can directly impact outcomes in close games. A kicker hitting critical field goals in their debut, for instance, can change the dynamic of a game, allowing the offense to maintain aggressive strategies without worrying about leaving points on the board. This balance between offense, defense, and special teams is what makes the 49ers a formidable opponent and demonstrates the depth of talent across the roster. Injuries remain the wild card, of course, as they always do in football. Monitoring the status of key players like Brock Purdy and others in the lineup is crucial, and the team will have to navigate these challenges while keeping performance levels high. But the adaptability, versatility, and emerging talent we've seen so far suggest that the team has the resources to weather adversity. When rookies can step up, the offensive line performs under pressure, and the defense continues to dominate. Even setbacks from injuries can be managed without derailing the season. It's a combination of planning, execution, and individual growth that gives fans reasons to feel optimistic, even in situations where uncertainty exists. Watching this team evolve in real time gives a sense of both excitement and confidence that the coaching staff is building something sustainable and competitive. Continuing from what we've seen so far, the defensive side of the ball has been nothing short of impressive. Fred Warner, for instance, is playing at a level that feels almost untouchable. When you break down his coverage stats and his ability to read plays before they develop, it's clear he's not just a great linebacker, he's a game changer. Watching him move through the field, break on the ball, and make plays in both coverage and run support, you get a sense that he's operating with a football IQ that borders on instinctual. And it's not just him. Jair Brown has come into his own, showing the kind of versatility and awareness that can completely shift momentum in a game. There's a precision to his positioning, timing, and decision-making that speaks to both natural talent and the coaching adjustments that have been made around him. When these two are on the field, you feel the defense has a backbone capable of holding up against nearly any offensive scheme. Then there's Bryce Huff and Nick Bosa, who continue to make an immediate impact whenever they're on the field. Even rookies like Mel Williams and Upton Stout are generating pressures and making plays, which is crucial given how much the 49ers relied on youth in this year's draft. What's particularly interesting is how the team has integrated these young players without overexposing them. They're contributing meaningfully, but also learning the nuances of NFL-level play in real game scenarios. It's a delicate balance. Too much too soon can be overwhelming, but these rookies are clearly thriving under pressure. Seeing a defensive line filled with new faces still hold its ground against established offenses is a testament to both the coaching and the players' readiness. It's not just about raw talent. It's about preparation, intelligence, and the ability to perform under intense scrutiny. Another thing that has stood out is how well the defense has been coordinating in coverage. The linebackers, defensive backs, and front seven are functioning as a cohesive unit, And that synchronization is critical against offenses that try to stretch the field and exploit mismatches. You can see the communication on the field, players adjusting in real time to shifts, motions, and formations. And that kind of coordination is what separates good defenses from elite ones. Even in situations where the offense seems to have an advantage, the 49ers defense has been able to stay disciplined, limit big plays, and force the opponent to earn every yard. This is particularly encouraging when you consider the mix of rookies and veterans on the field. The learning curve can be steep, but so far, the execution has been remarkable. Turning back to the offense, one of the things that has become clear is the increasing trust in M. Jones. With Brock Purdy's availability still uncertain due to injury, Jones has had the opportunity to step into a starting role and deliver under real pressure. Nearly 300 yards passing, multiple touchdowns, and a clean interception-free game demonstrate that he's capable of managing the offense, reading defenses, and making plays when it matters most. The quarterback's chemistry with his offensive line, his timing with receivers, and his ability to stay calm under pressure have all been evident. This is exactly the kind of development you want to see in a backup quarterback, someone who can rise to the occasion and keep the team competitive when called upon. The confidence gained from this experience is invaluable, and it will pay dividends if the 49ers face another week where Purdy isn't able to start. The offensive line deserves continued praise as well. Players like Trent Williams, Jake Bindle, and Christian McCaffrey have been executing at a high level, consistently giving the quarterback the time needed to make plays. What's striking is the efficiency and reliability they've shown, even in moments when the defense brings heavy pressure. Sacks allowed in these games were largely the result of the quarterback holding the ball longer than optimal, rather than a breakdown in blocking technique. This nuance often gets lost in casual commentary, but understanding it is critical when evaluating the line's true performance. Add in rookie Connor Colby, who stepped in seamlessly, and you see a line that is not just protecting, but also elevating the entire offensive unit. The blend of veteran leadership and young talent has created a dynamic that allows the offense to operate efficiently, even when the game gets intense. Special teams have also contributed in ways that might not grab the headlines, but are equally important. Reliable kicking, solid coverage units, and effective punt and kickoff management all combined to give the 49ers an edge in field position and scoring opportunities. When you have a kicker who can make critical field goals under pressure, it alleviates stress from the offense and allows them to approach drives with confidence. Players in coverage who can limit returns and maintain position add another layer of consistency. All of these elements together create a complete team, one where offense, defense, and special teams are all functioning at a high level, and the synergy between them is becoming increasingly apparent as the season progresses. In terms of roster management and depth, the team has shown an ability to navigate injuries without a collapse in performance. Backup players are stepping into starting roles and producing at a level that maintains competitive balance, and versatile athletes are able to fill multiple positions without disruption. Injuries are part of the game, and how a team responds to them often defines the season. So far, the 49ers have handled adversity with poise, showing that the culture of preparation and adaptability is ingrained in the roster. It's not just about having a few talented players. It's about building a system where anyone can step in and contribute effectively. That kind of resilience is exactly what teams need to make a serious run in the playoffs, and the 49ers appear to be laying that groundwork right now. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could be one of the most seismic moves of the NFL offseason, whispers are swirling that the San Francisco 49ers have reportedly struck a historic deal with superstar pass rusher T.J. Watt. Sources close to the situation suggest the contract is worth a staggering $200 million, instantly sending shockwaves through the league and sparking heated debates among fans and analysts alike. The rumor has ignited a firestorm on social media, with 49ers supporters already envisioning what wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks while wearing the gold and red. Analysts are scrambling to digest the implications. If true, this deal would not only cement what is one of the highest-paid defenders in NFL history, but also signal the 49ers' willingness to go all in on a championship-caliber roster. The chatter is that the move could alter the balance of power in the NFC, with San Francisco emerging as a serious Super Bowl contender in the eyes of the rumor mill. Of course, the details remain unconfirmed, and insiders caution that negotiations in the NFL are notoriously fluid. Still, the excitement surrounding the potential signing is undeniable. Imaginations are running wild about the 49ers' defensive front, which could now feature what terrorizing quarterbacks alongside an already formidable lineup. Betting lines and fantasy drafts are reportedly already adjusting, with fans speculating just how devastating the team could become if the whispers prove accurate. What makes this rumor even juicier is the timing. Coming on the heels of a season where San Francisco flirted with playoff glory but fell just short, the prospect of landing what is being framed as the ultimate statement of intent. Could this be the move that finally pushes the 49ers over the edge, or is it simply a tantalizing tailwind to keep the offseason headlines buzzing? Either way, the mere suggestion of a $200 million pact with one of the league's most electrifying defenders has everyone talking, and nobody is willing to look away. For now, fans can only speculate and dream. If TJ what really does make the leap to the West Coast, the NFL landscape could look drastically different next season. Until official word comes down, the rumor alone is enough to send shockwaves across the league and to keep every 49ers fan glued to their screens. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.